Shalom. I want to first start off giving all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakakwadash. Double honors unto our apostles, as well as the men that taught our apostles, the elder high priest, as well as the elder bishops and the elders at Great Millstone. And peace and blessings unto the 144,000 and the rest of the elect of the nation of Israel. This is the brother Abadia from the GMS Houston camp. Hey, the man, the Most High is taking people out in some gruesome ways. You know, as you can see on the screen, I have a article from Fox 21 News, Colorado. Um, and this is an isolated incident, but we're gonna see more mass death, or we're gonna see more mass death, like with the situation with the flooding in Central Texas around the areas of San Antonio. Okay, regardless if Esau is setting stage and shit, ultimately the Most High is uh set him up to do all this stuff. You know, ultimately the Most High is running the show, not Esau. You know, yeah, we in a time, and it's been that way. It's been going on for year after year after year, but it seemed like this year. No, it don't seem like, it's a fact. This year has been unprecedented. You know, from the start of the year up until now, the Most High have been getting busy with judgments in the earth, from isolated incidents, from two, three, four, five people getting destroyed to hundreds, and not just here in Babylon the Great, all over the world. Okay, we're gonna see more of this stuff, and it's the extremity of how people are getting taken out, and the gross, horrifying ways that people are dying, being murdered. You know, so let's read this article. I have a scripture to bring out. All right, Lord willing, this video was edifying. So this is off of this happened 2 days ago. Fox 21 News, Colorado. Cameron Kisler reported on this. And not going to read the whole thing, but I will, Lord willing, put this in the description box. So it says a 19-year-old California man was killed when he fell into a meat grinder at a Vernon food processing facility Sunday night. The man, whose name has not been released, was a member of the sanitation crew at local business Tina's Burritos, according to Lieutenant Martinez with the Vernon Police Department. And most likely this was a Jake, because how many Edomites that are cleaning, that are janitors and things of that nature. And most likely this probably was an Iscarite, but they say they haven't gave um, a name on this individual that died. He fell into a meat grinder. It said at about 9:30 p.m. he fell into a meat grinder in what's being described as an industrial accident. The California Occupational Safety and Health Administration is expected to be at the facility on Monday, which is Friday now. So there's maybe an update on this. I'm not sure on this information. Vernon is a city 5 miles south of downtown Los Angeles in Los Angeles County. There was more on this, wasn't it? I read it. Give me a second. Okay, I was reading this. I was reading this off of another source that put out this information. But I read there that the man was cleaning the machine, and somehow the machine came on. And I don't think the machine got a mind of its own and just came on, you know. But it could have just came on. We don't, you know. But whenever you go and you work on machinery, you're supposed to shut the power source off. Okay, and you even supposed to. I would say in the case like this, you should something called lockout tag out the power source. Okay, so there's no way that if you're working on um, some type of equipment that can kill you, especially that has electricity running to it, or that's gonna activate pneumatics, a pneumatic system or whatever. Okay, I've done that. I've worked in maintenance. I've been working on machinery and cleaning machinery and stuff. I've done that. And you're supposed to shut off the power source. And especially if you got to go in there and clean something that's dangerous, you lock it and tag it so somebody won't be able to turn that power on without you knowing. You know. So, like I said, if I remember, I'll put this article in the description box. But I'm gonna read over here in Second Esdras, the 16th chapter and the 18th verse. It says, "The beginning of sorrows and great mournings," and I bet that young man's family is mourning. I will say this too before I continue. You know, he must have been a wicked dude. He must have done something that Yahweh Bashim Yahushua thought deserved some harsh, super harsh judgment. The scriptures tell us in Job, was it for Job 4:7? Whoever perished being innocent. Is that Job 4:7? Let's see. Right, Job 4:7. Remember, I pray thee, whoever perished being innocent, or where were the righteous cut off? You see, so the answer to that is the Most High don't just you're not if you perish, okay, meaning you get you die, however that death happens, all right. It could in particular cases it could be a mercy debt, okay, but for the most part, if somebody get taken out, especially in a real horrifying way, in a that you just get mutilated or something like that, that's judgment. So this guy must have been, and these youngsters are fucking wicked. This young generation is they wicked as hell. They lawless. They don't care about shit. No, I don't know about this individual, but to get taken out like that definitely was a judgment that came down from Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. So he wasn't innocent, None of us are innocent in judgment. So let's go back. Oh, I gotta go all the way. Second Esdras 16. Man. Okay, Shalakia for that. Second Esdras 16 and 18. The beginning of sorrows and great mournings, and that's the time that we're in. There's mourning going on all across the earth from one reason or the other, whether it's financial woes. A lot of people are getting taken out. We live in a time where people are dying at alarming rates. Yep. and very strange deaths. And like in this situation, the word I'm using is gruesome, gruesome, because he had to look like the meat that they ground up. It's a meat grinder, so he had to come out looking like ground meat, and that's a fearful thought. You know, that's why the scriptures say it is a fearful thing to fall into the hand of the living power, because the Most High could take you out into some of the most unexpected, strange ways, or judge you without killing you in some very unexpected, strange ways. Or he could do some shit that's have a gruesome effect, but you don't die. You know, it says the beginning of famine and great debt, the beginning of wars, and the power shall stand in fear. The beginning of evils, meaning what? Bad times. Everybody's the world has fallen on bad times in one way or another because the devil is in power. Okay? And the Most High set him up to be the devil and to kill, steal, and destroy. As the scriptures say, the thief coming not but to steal, kill, and destroy. Esau definitely is a thief. All right? And outside of that, judgments are coming down every day. Harsh judgments. People are getting destroyed in car accidents, cars getting shredded and uh, ripped up in these car accidents. You know, it says, "What shall I do when these evils shall come?" And that's what Ezra said. Okay, so this shows reincarnation as well. All right, so that's pretty much it. You know, we are in the beginning of sorrows. Death and destruction is on the rise. Whether it's an isolated incident, one person getting effed up, two people, hundreds, and it's gonna get to a point where we're gonna hear about thousands of people dying, and then 2,000-3,000 people in an incident. You know, and I'm just uh, just speaking as a man, but according to the scriptures, there's gonna be mass death here in Babylon the Great and around the world. You know, so we just hanging on tight. How do you say we hanging on? Uh, I forget how the saying go, but we sitting on the edge of our seat, basically. Okay, in the spirit of hastening for all hell to break loose, so ultimately we can get the hell up out of here. You know, and escape this death, this destructive kingdom and society that does nothing but really kill you. You know, it kills your spirit. It breaks up families. You can get shit. It's all kind of ways you can get caught up in certain things. You can get put to death because of this rambunctious society that we live in. You know. So again, Lord willing, this video was edifying. Until the next one, I say shalom.